All right, joining us here on the PHLY Sixers Podcast, along with Derek Kyle, I'm Devon, and we have with us the head coach of the Baylor Bears and the 2021 national champion Baylor Bears, head coach Scott Drew. Scott, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me. I love you guys. I know you know your basketball, so fire away. Give me your tough ones.
Well, first, Scott, once the Sixers landed the third overall pick in the lottery in May, the conversation went a lot of different ways, and one of your players, of course, VJ Edgecombe, is a big topic of conversation here for a lot of Sixer fans. But even though he's a topic of conversation, a lot may not know his game overall. So if you could, for us to start out, who is he as a player, and what potentially could we expect if he is, in fact, joining the Philadelphia 76ers in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, great question. I think a lot of times when you think of a top pick, you're thinking of a guy that scores 30 each and every night. And I think VJ's capable of that, but I think he's a lot more similar to like a Dwayne Wade, Russell Westbrook when they were younger. And really because of his athleticism and his willingness to affect the game in multiple areas. I think he's more like a triple-double guy, a double-double guy, a stat sheet stuffer guy, than somebody that's going to come out and get 30 each and every night and not really help the team in other areas. So the best compliment you can give VJ is he's a winner, and he cares about winning first and foremost. He can affect the game in a lot of different areas to help you win. And that's rare because a lot of guys nowadays, it's they're happy when they score 30 and not happy when the team wins or whatnot. And he can score 4, and if the team wins and he plays hard, he feels great about it.
Scott, to that point, we've heard from all over the basketball community, VJ, very hard worker, VJ, big character guy. Like, people speak glowingly about him. I guess, how did you see that show up for you guys during your year with him? And I guess, what would a team drafting him expect from him in terms of the culture and the leadership stuff?
Well, I think the first time we heard about him, his AAU coach said, "I think I got a player for you." And we did some follow-up, and he was playing in Adidas in Italy, and they couldn't find him one morning, and they were checking in, waiting to get checked in, and he was in the baggage area with the bags reading his Bible on Sunday morning. And he's just a guy that's a high-character young man that's an energy giver, a great teammate, a servant, and one thing that's rare is for someone his age to actually not only know that he belongs in the room, but not scared to speak up and hold teammates accountable, not in a bad way, but in a good way, as far as, hey, that's not winning basketball, or this isn't what we need to do. And again, I think he just gets the big picture, and that level of maturity is different for someone of a younger age. Normally you see that in 25, 26-year-olds, in college in 22 and 23-year-olds.
VJ, he bounced around a little bit, obviously in the Bahamas, then played a little bit in Florida, but it really wasn't until he got to New York that it seemed like he came on the radar for like a high level, top in the country kind of recruit. As someone who recruited him, I guess, what do you think fueled that rise, and how does that then, portend to his future development going forward?
Well, I think similar to like Buddy Hield coming over, somebody that his rise happened quickly, and a lot of reasons is because people don't grow up with all the resources that you have and the opportunities you have in the States at a young age when you're 12, 14, 16 years old. And I think VJ is somebody that his best basketball is definitely ahead of him. But somebody that God's given a lot of talents and abilities to, and the more time he's able to spend on his craft with all the resources, the sky's the limit as far as upside. I mean, we recruited Buddy, and Buddy, when he first came over, was a pretty good athlete, but next thing I knew, he was Big 12 all-time leading scorer. And I mean, VJ's somebody like that, and I think his trajectory. Why so many NBA teams are interested is they see the comp and the comparisons to the Russell Westbrook, Dwayne Wade as far as athleticism, skill set, and as his body matures and as he continues to grow in his basketball experience, as long as his priorities stay his priorities, his circle stays small like it has been, he's going to have an unbelievable career as long as he stays injury free.
Scott, you've had a lot of pros come through your program that have had long NBA careers, top 20 picks, lottery picks. Davion Mitchell comes to mind. We'll talk about one later here in Philadelphia currently in Jared Butler. But what gives you the confidence, though, of all the things that you just laid out for us here early, that VJ can come in, especially in a situation potentially like Philadelphia where they expect to get back to the postseason and he can come in and make an immediate impact, whatever that may look like?
Yeah, I think it was mentioned about the Bahamas, and I mean, he almost took them to the Olympics. And when I say he was a part of it, but he was a big part of it. And it's hard for younger people to do those kind of things. With us, great first year in the Big 12, and somebody that exceeded a lot of people's expectations, just from the standpoint how he was able to affect the game on both ends of the court, and somebody that in high school he was always good offensively, but I mean, I think you looked for us and his ability to play on pick and roll, his ability to play point guard for us, his ability to shoot the ball all really increased as the season went on. And I think that continues as he continues to play and develop. But as far as after this draft, we're going to be the only program to have a top 19 pick 5 straight years. We're one of 3 programs to win a game in the tournament since 2019. We're one of 2 programs to be a top 3 seed the last 5 seasons. So I look at all that. Not a cheat code, but I mean the things that we value equal winning. And VJ has those characteristics. And I think you guys have seen a lot of talented players go to a lot of NBA teams. The ones that are successful are able to maintain the priorities and characteristics that resemble winning. I think Jay Wright, one of the best coaches to ever coach college basketball, you see his guys' success. And I think they did a great job, not just looking at talent, but character and work ethic and winning capabilities and identifying those. And those guys have had a lot of success in the NBA. And I think our guys have had success because of the same thing.
To that point, a couple of the Sixers' recent success stories, Tyrese Maxey, reputation as a hard worker. Jared McCain last year, reputation as a really hard worker. There are a lot of questions locally about, VJ's 6'4", it's already a couple of guards here. How would he fit into that picture? I guess, from your experience, you guys ran multi-guard lineups and different things. How do you think VJ would handle scaling up and maybe defending some bigger guys, and how confident are you he could fit into a crowded backcourt situation, we'll say, here in Philly?
Well, I think first and foremost, we played against one of those guys, and we recruited one of those guys, so I know him very well. And sat in my office, and I knew Maxey was going to be a heck of a player now. And a lot of the same characteristics Jared Butler and VJ possess as Maxey does. So with that, it's positionless basketball. I know a lot of people want size and length, but I think a lot of people still value assist to turnover rate. They value someone who can guard 1 through 4. They value someone who can space the floor. And at the end of the day, 76ers have always been able to assemble a talented roster to fit their fan base. And what I mean by that is you guys want great basketball. You expect great basketball. Their front office will put that together. But I just tell you, on a coaching front, usually it starts with great guard play at whatever level. And if you got a crowded backcourt, that's better than someone that doesn't have a backcourt. I can promise that. And then coaches will figure out ways to always put their team in positions to be successful. But I know we won 23 in a row, 19 in a row, 21 in a row during a span because of great backcourts. And you mentioned Davion, Jared's with you guys, but VJ's somebody that a stat sheet stuffer, can affect the game in a lot of different areas. And he's going to have a great career if it's with you guys or with another team. It's a low risk pick. And what I mean by that is high character, great work ethic. He's not going to self-sabotage himself, and he's not going to be somebody, as he continues to progress, as long as he stays true to who he is. In injuries, no one can predict that, but if he stays injury-free, I mean, that's a 12, 15-year career right there.
So what you're saying is he doesn't mind picking up 75 feet. and dogging a ball handler up the floor.
He'll pick up 200 feet if he's required to win it. I mean, they check him, he'll guard him. So my point is, winners win, and they find a way to win, and they care about winning. I know. Coaching, we all get enamored with talent. We all get enamored with numbers. But winning still trumps everything. So pick guys who win.
This was sort of touched on in pretty much every answer you gave, I think. But it's also one of, we can sit here and watch and come to a reasonable conclusion on what players are good at, what they need to improve upon. But the off-court stuff, the work habits, all of that is a little tougher to gauge. So I guess just what can you say to contextualize just like how he approaches his craft, how he approaches development, like what can you give us there, I guess?
Yeah, that another great question. Again, that's where I think every staff, every team gets to put emphasis on what's important to them. Last I checked, basketball is still a team game. So who plays well with others? Who's a great teammate people want to play with? Who makes their teammates better? Then who cares about winning, will do things that required in winning, and who has the work ethic to keep getting better. But I think sometimes we all put emphasis on different things, and until the game's a one-on-one game, it's still who's a great teammate and can win and make his teammates better. That's as great a quality as anything else. And the work ethic, nobody's at the NBA level if they don't appreciate or value their craft. So they're all gonna put in time. Now, what distractions are gonna not allow them to be able to get to their full potential? And then again, who's gonna make their teammates better around them? Because I think you guys want to win a championship. So you want a guy who can score 30 and put up great numbers, look flashy, or you want a guy who's going to cut down nets. At the end of the day, it's all about that. You want to win the last game.
Scott, now we got to ask you about former player Jared Butler. Obviously won a national title with him. We thought he might actually come to Philadelphia on draft night a few years back, but ends up here this season in a trade. I guess, what's it been like watching him, and others certainly, but watching him go on to have a pro career, and how close in touch are you with Jared and these other guys who come through your program and then obviously go on to great things and professionally?
Well, I think first of all, let's start with the best ability is availability, and Jared Butler not only won the last game when he was here, but he was available, and somebody that is really improved during his journey in the NBA. The game slowed down for him there, but somebody that's capable on and off the ball to affect the game. He's improved his defense. But Jared's a winner as well. He won in high school. He won here. And he's somebody that is going to win or find a way to help a team win. And a great ambassador. At Baylor, he graduated in 3 years from our business school, was Male Scholar Athlete of the Year, was co-MVP of the Big 12. One won the media, the other won the coaches with Cade Cunningham. Cade's a pretty good player. Jared's a Final Four MVP. And somebody, again, that can affect the game in a variety of ways. What I found is there's really a lot of great players. And who's given a chance normally, there's certain people take advantage of that. And I think Jared's one of those guys. Right now, Philly got him at the time where he's able to help teams win. Can he carry a team? No, not many players, but 1, 2 per team maybe can carry a team. But he could definitely help a team win. And he's somebody that is great for an NBA program. He's great for a city. He taught second grade Sunday school here at Baylor. So, I mean, you win with guys like that. And at the end of the day, you got to have guys that stay injury free and can stay on the court. And at the end of the day, Jared finds a way to do that.
Scott, I have one more quick one on VJ. He struggled shooting the ball at the start of the season, and then I think really found his form probably around January or so, and the results from there as a shooter and as a scorer in general were much better. I guess, what did you see? What do you think helped him, pull out of that tough start? And, how much of that was making tweaks and how much of it was just he's a talented player who just needed to find his footing at the college level?
Yeah, his shot changed from his high school to when he first began with us. He attributed it to spending time in the weight room. And in his release point, it became more like a catapult above his head instead of front. And again, like, what value do you guys put on coachability? It was one meeting, showed him film, high school to where it's at now. And he's like, we got to change it. Yep, let's go. And now if you shoot a million shots one way, it's going to take 2 million to change it. So It's not like but again, you want somebody coachable. Let me show you. Great, I see it. Let's change it. We'll work on it tomorrow. No, let's do it right now. So again, I think it took a little time to offset that because he'd spent a lot of time shooting it different. And as I shared, that kind of happened over the end of his high school season to the beginning of our season. So by the time middle of the season got going, VJ's going to be 100% confident will be a 40% three-point shooter during the NBA. So because he's got a beautiful shot. It was just he had a hiccup in it, and he was great in high school as a shooter as well. Now the trick for him is again just adjusting to the speed, the length of the NBA. Yep. His best basketball is going to be ahead of him. But what I love about VJ, he's somebody that's really loyal, and that's another person that you can have in part of your NBA franchise for 15 years. There's a lot of people, grass is always greener. He's not that type of guy. I think he wants to go, he wants to leave a mark, and he wants to make a difference, and he's where his feet are.
All right, Scott, final one for us so we can get you out of here, man. I want to make some of the viewers and listeners, certainly not you and not us, feel a little old here because a former Sixer that maybe a lot of people don't know, his son has committed to your program, and that is Andre Iguodala Jr. That is crazy that Andre Iguodala Jr. is going to college. We remember him as a young kid running around here in Philadelphia with his dad. So what we talk about scouting reports. Many Sixer fans may not know his scouting report as a player. So what kind of player are you getting in Andre Iguodala Jr.?
First and foremost, Father Day is coming up this weekend, and Andre's done an amazing job as a father. His son is a high-quality young man, and he's a winner on and off the court, great in the classroom, treats people with the utmost respect. He went to Link year, and people couldn't stop bragging about the impact he had on that school up there. With that, he's somebody that's just young. And what I mean by young is his body hadn't filled out. And after he spends a little time in the weight room, and as you know, some guys that are 18, they look more like they're 14 than 18 that look like they're 26. And he's just a younger guy right now that is his body fills out and he matures. God's given him a lot of talent, and his dad's given him a lot of great characteristics. So it's going to be a joy coaching him, and somebody in the next couple of years hopefully have a big impact on Baylor basketball, and something you guys will see from Philly.
Well, maybe we'll be reaching out to you again to talk about Andre Iguodala Jr. Who knows? We'll see how all that plays out. Scott Drew, thank you so much for spending some time with us, giving us some knowledge on VJ Edgecombe, and happy Father's Day to you, as we say, early happy Father's Day.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed day. Get a good Philly cheesesteak from me this afternoon.
We'll send it to you, man.
Thank you so much for your time, Scott. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.